Hi, I'm Chris Yeh. I'm the co-author of Blitzscaling and the co-founder of the Global Scaling Academy. One of the things that is absolutely true, no matter what the industry, no matter what the geography, is that things change, and they're changing faster than ever before. This is driven largely by technology and the fact we're all connected together. But the constant is change. And so a company cannot say, this is how we've done it, this is how we've always done it, this is how we're always going to do it. Because that's an invitation to stagnation and ultimately death. So if you need the ability to change, there's only a couple things you can do. One is develop the ability to change internally. And that means shifting the mindsets of the people inside the company or the organization. That can be very challenging. But if they're able to do it, that can often provide the greatest benefit to the company, because then the company has that change or organic innovation from within. The other approach is to bring in innovators from the outside. Oftentimes this is by acquiring a startup or something like that. That can be tricky, because even though they're coming in with a culture that has helped them be innovative, oftentimes the acquirer then says, well, now we're going to standardize, now we're going to cut costs, now we're going to be able to do things the way that we do it. And in fact, in doing so, they actually destroy the thing that they wanted to bring in. And so if you are going to bring in innovation from the outside, you have to treat it gently. You have to understand that this is the thing you've bought, not the product, not the customer list, but that culture that actually created those things. The failure bonus is something that actually occurred at Google's X division. Now it's just called X. It used to be called Google X. And the thing about Google is they have all the money in the world. And so they could afford to work on these long-term projects with a very uncertain payoff. I think that in this case, the project was turning water into fossil fuels. So basically fueling your car with water instead of gasoline. Remarkable if you could achieve it. And what this team discovered was this was going to be a very difficult process. It might take 25 years. And that's not a time frame that actually makes sense in this case, because there's so many other technologies that will potentially have developed by then as we replace fossil fuels with electric cars and so on and so forth. Now, because it's Google, because they have an almost infinite budget, this team could have just kept working on it. But they have the concept of a failure bonus, which says that if you're willing to kill your own project, you get paid a bonus. This is not because they want to reward failure. It's not like an invitation to go out and just mess things up. But it's to encourage people to be willing to say, you know what? Maybe this will work, maybe it won't, but this is not the best use of our time. Let's make the adult decision to shut this down and move our resources onto something else.